Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jade and I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 for those of you that are new here. Today I'm going to share with you some of our favorite board games. I've always really loved games, board games and card games. And in the past few years we've started to play them more often, especially as my 5-year-old has gotten big enough to play more and more games. And since this past spring, I've started doing Fun Fridays, which I've mentioned in some of my previous videos. So every Friday, we don't do official sit-down work, but we play board games instead. And some of them are educational and some of them are just for fun. So I've had some questions about some of my favorite games, and I'm gonna share some of those with you today. And these are not all of them. We have a lot, but this will give you an idea of some of our favorites. So I hope you'll enjoy. Okay, so the first ones that I'm gonna do are ones that are more designed to be educational games, and then I'll get into some other ones. All right, so one of them, this is just like a dot-to-dot pad. I don't know if you've ever played this, but I used to love it as a kid, and we would just use notebook paper and draw the dots, which you totally can do, but this makes it more convenient. My daughter really likes it. If you've never played before, all you do is you draw a line, and then the other person draws a line, and you keep going back and forth, back and forth. Once you have a box, you put your initial inside of it, and you get to take one more turn. And then whoever has the most boxes at the end wins. So that one's pretty good, and you have to, you kind of have to use logic for that. That one probably shouldn't have been in my strictly educational pile, but that's okay. Spot It is another fun one, and we actually have a few of these. We've got one that has numbers, and I'm trying to think, I feel like I have we have a Christmas one. We might have another even, but we have those. And my daughter loves this, and she is so good at it. She legitimately beats me sometimes. I'm like, I still don't see what I have, and she'll have already figured it out. So it has all these little round circle cards, and you try to match. On all 2 cards, there's a match on each one, if you haven't played it before. So that's a fun one. You see who has the most cards at the end. You can actually play a few different ways. I think one of them is like if you get rid of your cards first. It has like several different ways to play, but yeah, we like that one. And this one has, if they're practicing their letters, then that helps with that. Okay, and then another one is IC10. I got this. Most of these can be found on Amazon, if not all of them. This one says for ages 6 and up. My 5-year-old likes to play some, but she needs help. She doesn't have them all memorized yet. But you flip a little circle. Here, I'll show you. You flip a little circle thing over, like they're like this, and then you'll flip one. They're all laid out on the table, and then the other person will flip one, and then once you have 2 numbers that equal 10, then you shout IC10, and so they'll pick up the 5 and 5 or 7 and 3 or whatever. So that's a helpful one, because knowing those pairs that make 10 can be helpful. So they like that. And then I bought this Zoom multiplication game for my son, because we're working on, I have buzz stuck to it. We are learning multiplication facts, so I bought this, and it's pretty fun because you get to choose like when to keep drawing cards or when to stop drawing cards. So you kind of like take a gamble, and it may pay off or it may not. You might end up getting all the way down to 0. It has these Zoom cards where you multiply, and then the Boom cards, you lose your total score. So it's pretty fun. We just got that one not too terribly long ago, so we haven't played it but a handful of times. And then this one's really fun, Quiddler. And it's fun for grown-ups and kids, I think. I bought this one for my son too, and it's fun because it's a fairly short game. It says 35 minutes on the back, and that's if you play all the rounds. There's like, I think 10 rounds maybe, I can't remember right now off the top of my head, but you could shorten it and say, okay, we're only gonna play 3 or whatever. But it's a spelling game, and the cards are really pretty. if you can see that great. I'm not gonna take them all out, but so that one's fun. I also just taught my son how to play Scrabble, which I was super excited about because my husband doesn't love that one, so I don't get to play it very often, and he enjoyed it a lot. So that's another one that I'd recommend. Okay, I'm gonna go to over here and show you a few of our other favorites. So my son's recent favorite, we've been playing this one a lot, is Monopoly Deal. If you never played it, it's a good one because it's like the idea of Monopoly, but it's not like 5 hours long because I do not have the time to sit and play a 5-hour game, not anymore. Anyway, that one's fun. You have cards, and the first person that has 3 full sets, like all the red ones, all the blue ones, that has 3 full sets wins. So it goes much quicker. You can play a game in, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 minutes. It's pretty quick, and we like it. All right, and this is really cute. Let me show you the front first. Hey, that's my fish. And this one's on Amazon, and it comes with these little penguin guys, and it comes with, I'm just gonna show you, these little pieces that either have 1, 2, or 3 fish. So you line them all up and it shows you how to do it in the box, of course. You line them all up so they're all touching, and you've got like this pond thing with these little ice floes on them. And then you put all your penguins, each person has a colored penguin, and you put all 4 of your penguins on the board. And then you float. You have to go in only one direction. And you go in one direction on the board, and then whatever you left from, you pick that piece up. So you keep playing like that until there's no moves that can be made. Like there's usually a handful of the ice floe pieces left. And then to see who won, you count up how many fish are actually on the ice floes. So my daughter likes this one, and I usually do the counting all the fish for her. But for older kids, it's cool because you can, use math in it. Like when I'm counting them, I'll stack them in stacks of 5 or stacks of 10. So you could do, you could include some math in it with that, and you kind of have to use logic so that you're not getting your penguin stuck, because it's easy to, if you're not paying close attention, to accidentally get your penguin stuck where you can no longer move. That one's fun. This one, Sleeping Queens, I really enjoy this one, and the kids really like it a lot. So I'm gonna just show you some of the cards. And it has a little thing in here. It's actually 2 little girls that made up this game. Their family, I'm sure, helped them, but they came up with the idea for it. So my kids think that's super cool. So there are these, how many are there? I believe there's 12, yeah. There's these 12 different queen cards. You'll see that's like the peacock queen or the rose queen. So there's 12 different queens, and at the beginning they're face down and they're supposed to be asleep. And then each person gets 5 cards, and then there's these different cards that you can get. And this sounds more complicated than it is. I read the rules and I was like, I'm not following what to do. And I actually pulled up a YouTube video of a child explaining how to play it. And I was like, oh, I got it now. So I'm telling you, this one's fun, and it's not that complicated once you've played it once or twice. I think these are all the rules. Okay, so you get to play each turn. You play a card and you pick up a card. And if you play the knight, then you can still, if someone else has woken up a queen, then you get to, I guess I should start with the king first. Let me back up. The kid explained it better than I'm explaining it to you. Okay, if you get a king, like this is the cookie king, you get to wake up a queen. So if someone has woken up a queen, then you can lay down a knight, and that will steal her queen, and then it's yours. If you lay down the knight and the other person has a dragon, then it fights off the knight, and you don't get to take their queen that you were trying to steal. So whenever we play it, we always go rah, like that. All right, and then another thing you can do is if someone else has a queen woken up, you can put them to sleep. and just you flip them back over, they're in the middle again. If you try to put them to sleep, but the other person has this, then they can play it, which is a wand, and it stops the potion from working. And then the rest of the cards are either like number cards like these, or a jester. And if you do the number cards, then you can lay down just one, and then you pick up a card. You just lay down the card, and then you get to pick one up. If you have two that are the same, you lay them both down and you draw two. So like if you have 2 5s, you lay the 2 5s down, you pick up two new cards. Or you can do like this and do 2 cards that add together to make all the numbers in the equation. Like 2 + 7 is 9. So you can lay all 3, and that means you get to pick up 3 from the pile. And then the other card is this little jester, and he's cute. And you flip him, if you lay him down, you get to flip over from the draw pile. You flip one over. If it's a king or any of the cards that do stuff, you know, like the wand and the dragon and all those, then you get to keep it if you were the one that laid down the jester. And then if it's a number card, then you count back and forth. So to that number, so like if you flip over a 3, then you count 1, 2, 3. Whoever it lands on gets to wake up a queen. And then the person who wakes up, it depends on how many people you're playing with. We usually play with 2 at a time. So if you're playing with 2, you have to wake up 5 queens, and whoever wakes up 5 queens first is the winner. So anyway, this one's really fun. I liked it more than I expected to be honest. And my kids both enjoy that one a lot. And it's another good one that's good if you don't have a lot of time. If you need quick games, then I think that's a fun one. All right, I'm not gonna go into all the details on all of them, but I wanted to show you that one because it's a super fun one. It says ages 8 and up, but my 5-year-old plays it, and I have to remind her sometimes. She'll say, what does the wand do again? But she knows how to play, so yeah. Tenzi, it comes with 4 different colors. Each dice there's 10 of each dice of 4 different colors. And everyone's rolling at the same time over and over and over again if you've never played it before. And you try to get all 10 the same number. So it's a loud game. If you don't want a loud game, then don't get Tenzi. It is loud. But everyone's rolling at the same time. So like if I roll and I'm going for 6s, then I'll put say I have 2 6s, I'll put them to the side and then pick up the remaining 8 dice and roll. And you just keep doing that, adding to your pile of the number you're working towards till they're all the same. And then you shout Tenzi when you get it. That one's pretty fun because I don't think they even care as much who wins. It's just like fun to roll the dice over and over and over again. And it's super quick. So you could do 5 rounds, 10 rounds in like no time. All right, this one was really a big hit when I taught public school. I taught 4th grade, and my kids always loved this. This was always like a big hit if it was like a rainy day and we were doing board games or something, and you know, for recess. Mancala. And it's got, I'm not gonna be able to hold this up probably without it spilling. Let's see. It's got this wooden board. It has a well on either side, and then these little like marble pieces. My 5-year-old enjoys that one a lot. I like that one too because it's kind of a quiet game, and like, I don't know, something about you pick up the little marble things and drop them, one in each thing, and go all the way around the board. And then once the last one you drop your marble in, you pick up whatever was in that well, and you keep going until you end in an empty well. Then it's the other person's turn. So there's something like, I don't know, the rhythmic, like the clank, 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 but it's soft, like, and slow. I like that game for that reason alone. It's like something about the clinking noise. My daughter actually said that last time we played. She said, I really like the noise this makes. And it's like, it's I don't know, a slow, soothing kind of sound, if that makes sense. Does that sound weird? That's the truth though. Okay, now, this one, my son even will play, even though it's like pink and princess. It's, Ellie got this for Christmas, and it's Enchanted Cupcake Party Game, Disney Princess. And it's really cute because it comes with these little cards for like each little princess has her own cupcake ingredient. Like it tells you the little wrapper part and then the cake and the icing and the topper. And then you have these little pieces and each one does something different. I'm not going to go through all the rules to this one, but it has like, if you flip this over, then you get to pick a topper, and whoever makes their cupcake first wins. So you'll have all the little pieces like apart, you know, on the table or whatever, and then you add to it. So they're really cute, and they are tiny. So if you have little ones that you have to worry about, you know, we wouldn't let Olive play with these because I'm afraid she'd put them in her mouth, but my 5-year-old enjoys that one a lot, and I think it's pretty fun too, honestly. I like that one. All right, this next one I'm gonna show you. This is the last one. I love, and I cannot always convince my kids to play. I'll just be honest, but I'm still recommending it because I think it's really fun, and I think a lot of kids would. I don't know why, it's just not my kids' favorite, but it's called Quirkle. And it's kind of like, I guess, dominoes, sort of. It comes with, my mom likes this one a lot. We played it a lot the last time she visited. So it comes with this bag, and then it comes with these fun tiles like this, and each one has a different shape, and it's got different colors. And I think it's 6 different shapes, and there's 6 different colors. So you lay down, I don't know if how well that's gonna show, but you lay down like either all the same color in one row, or all the same shape in one row. So you'll have one row that's like all circles, or one row that's got, you know, all of the different shapes of red. So you'll have 6 different ones. And it has to build on what the other person's done. So you end up with this like really big, crazy looking board by the time you're done with it. And then it's called Quirkle because when you get all 6 of the same color, or all 6 of the same shape, it's called a Quirkle, and you earn extra points. I'm trying to see how many points you get. I don't remember. 12 extra points. So anyway, you keep score with it, and whoever has the most, you know, points at the end wins. But it's super fun. It is a little bit longer of a game, and it says ages 6 and up. Both my kids can play it, and they have played it. They like it okay. It's just when it comes down to it, and it's like, you know, choose the ones to play this morning, and then we might only have time for like, you know, depending on the game and how long, and we might play 2 to 4 games or something like that. It's not the one they typically reach for, but it is one of my favorites. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe so that you can see what comes next. Bye.